If you are hearing these words, know this. It is no mere coincidence. It is a resonance, your very soul's echo to a long-awaited call. You feel it, don't you? That subtle premonition, a faint vibration running through the very fabric of existence, hinting that beyond the veil of the ordinary world lies something else, something far deeper and more fundamental. Before we enter the Holy of Holies together, you must make your choice. Your like is not simply a sign of approval, it is a declaration of your true intent. And subscribing is your entry into the ranks of those who seek relentlessly, who strive to comprehend the unknown. The story I am ready to reveal to you is older than time itself. It is shrouded not just in the dust of ages, but in millennia of oblivion and the whispers of long silent tongues. This is the tale of Hermes Trismegistus, he who became the herald of the ineffable, he who brought into our world a light of knowledge that seemed irrevocably lost. They did everything in their power to erase this memory, to plunge us into a thick, impenetrable darkness of ignorance, to deprive us of the light of knowledge. But truth, like a tiny yet persistent seed, always finds a way, sprouting through the hardest stones, overcoming any obstacle. The truth that they so carefully hide behind a colorful screen of constantly changing news is extremely simple, and at the same time, terrifying. Our world, as we know it, is merely an illusion, nothing more. It is not simply matter, not simply energy. It is a vibrating symphony. And this profound knowledge of vibration, of the primordial power of sound, was deliberately lost. This is not another conspiracy theory concocted by lonely dreamers. This is a direct, cynical conspiracy against your very consciousness, against your ability to perceive reality in its entirety. In the most ancient texts, among which the Emerald Tablet holds a special place, we find subtle, almost imperceptible hints of this lost, yet so important wisdom. These hints are contained not only in its veiled alchemical metaphors, but also in the deepest, almost forgotten understanding of the nature of resonance. A lost quatrain from the 11th century, verse 93, never included in Nostradamus's canonical editions, whispers of the harmony of spheres that binds the stars. Somewhere on the dusty peaks of Mount Kurama, in the ashes of a once great monastery, a Japanese hermit monk named Kenshin left his scrolls. In them, he described how ancient lamas, drawing strength from nature itself, used the sounds of the mountains not only for healing, but also for creation. And in the 70s of the last century, as part of a classified study codenamed Protocol Chimera, a group of scientists conducted research into the remarkable influence of certain sound frequencies on the human brain. The results of this work, judging by available leaks, proved truly astounding. Even earlier, in 1985, a closed report from the Club of Rome contained only very vague hints of bioresonant impact, viewing it more as a potential tool of control, overlooking its boundless healing power. Vanga herself prophesied times when words will gain the power of stone and silence the power of a storm, as if sensing the coming revelation of great mysteries. Even the precise, like the universe itself, calculations of the Maya, with their phenomenal astronomical observations, hold hidden patterns pointing to cycles of cosmic vibration incomprehensible to the ordinary mind. And the ancient Gnostic revelations, with their eternal dualism of light and darkness, with the idea of our supposed captivity in the material world, inexplicably echo this elusive truth. All of them, each in their own way, speak of the same thing, simply using different languages. Today, as ancient wisdom converges with the frontiers of modern science, a remarkable picture unfolds before us. Fractal patterns in geopolitical upheavals astonishingly align with the resonance of solar cycles, which in turn profoundly influences our noosphere. We stand at the very precipice of a quantum probability collapse, where our collective consciousness is granted a chance to choose an entirely new, previously unknown path. There's an inexplicable unease that washes over you at 3 a.m, when the entire world descends into silence and your inner noise reaches its peak. It's that same feeling of alienation as you gaze into the faces of passers-by, and they seem like mere empty masks, devoid of living souls. And this is not depression at all. It is your soul suffocating within this artificial matrix, desperately yearning to awaken to the true resonance of its being. It is a distant echo of forgotten harmony, which your essence perceives through a thick veil of illusions. But what if all these frightening monsters, wars, global crises, sudden pandemics, are merely shadows dancing on the cave walls, projected by someone holding the sole source of light? And what if the true tyrant, the one who has captured us in this spectral illusion, is looking directly at you from your own reflection in the mirror? What if all these external threats are merely a reflection of the internal chaos imposed upon us, so that we can never hear the genuine melody of our soul? The universe does not punish humanity. It simply purges it, burning away the ingrained poison, the poison of fear, ignorance, and materialism. This is the most complex cosmic surgery, agonizing but vitally necessary. The fragile glass crown, so beloved by many, representing only the vulnerability of ego and illusory power, cracks and shatters under the irresistible force of awakening understanding. The metallic arteries of the system, pulsing with soulless transactions and superficial connections, succumb to corrosion. The universe, like a living being, cleanses itself, shedding its old skin to make way for new, life-giving growth. And here it is, the very main secret, the greatest revelation that they feared above all else. Prophecies are not merely a warning of a coming Savior who will arrive from somewhere outside and solve all our problems in one fell swoop. No, this is essentially an activation code for the Savior dwelling within each of us, within the viewer. Prophets foresaw not a single chosen one. They envisioned an entire army of awakened souls. They saw precisely you. You are not merely a fleeting part of destiny. You are its very embodiment. Within you lies that lost power, that primordial vibration capable of healing and creation. Hermes Trismegistus was not alone in his knowledge. He merely reminded us first of what we inherently carry within ourselves. Sound is far more than just waves traveling through the air. Sound is the very fabric of existence. This is the primal, pulsing vibration from which our entire universe was born. And each of us, deep within, is a living resonator of this initial, all-encompassing harmony. Now, with your eyes open, with you beginning to catch the most subtle music of the spheres breaking through the deafening noise of the world, remaining inactive is simply impossible. Your like is not just an icon. It is a bright flash of light, visible across the endless expanses of the network, a beacon for those who also seek truth. Your share is a tiny seed you carefully plant in the fertile soil of sleeping minds, a silent yet powerful call to awakening. Your subscribe is a deliberate oath, your step forward to join the ranks of those ready to embrace the full responsibility for their own reality. If you feel you are ready for something more, our inner circle will become your operational base, a reliable haven where we will embark together on an exciting exploration of this ancient yet vitally important knowledge. And your support in the form of super thanks is pure energy that fuels our shared flame in the relentless battle against the encroaching darkness, precious fuel for our collective alchemy of consciousness. Until our next meeting, remain awake, remain connected, and never, ever stop asking questions.